I'm Artistic Gamer 7 and I'm back with another Sims 4 Create a Sim video, part of the Flower series. This is one of the last two that I'm actually planning on doing. I will still accept a few suggestions down in the comments below on this video, but the next one I definitely won't be for the Flower series. I'm going to go ahead and start ending the series very soon. Either the next video will be the last one, or if any suggestions are made on this one, then those would be the last ones that I do. But this time around, I'm doing the Dusty Miller flower. Part of the reason why I'm doing this one is just because I wanted to challenge myself and try to do another guy sim, and it was one of the only flowers that I could find in books or that we had in the greenhouses that would have made sense to even have sort of a guy name. And so that is a big part of the reason why I did it, but I also thought maybe it would be sort of challenging and interesting because this plant is more silver looking than it is green, so I had to incorporate that into the design. Now there is two different Dusty Millers. There is the regular Dusty Miller, which is usually just sort of like a smaller, bushier type plant. It's a silverish white in color, and then there's the trailing Dusty Miller, which overflows and trails and falls down. I did base the sim sort of thinking of the non-trailing one a little bit more than the trailing one. The one that we sell is called, we sell both the trailing and the non-trailing, but the non-trailing we have is actually called Silver Dust. So you could imagine the color of it sort of just by its name alone. But the reason why he's actually tan and not pale, because it is a silverish white one, is because Dusty Millers actually require quite a bit of sun. They love the sun. They're one of the few plants that doesn't have a flower necessarily that actually likes a lot of sun. But the Dusty Miller technically does have a flower, but usually they have to come back 1 or 2 years before the flower will ever actually bloom on the plant. For the longest time, I didn't even know a Dusty Miller had a flower. From what I knew of the Dusty Miller, it didn't have a flower, and then when I learned, I was like, what? And it's a yellow flower, and honestly, it really isn't like super amazingly pretty yellow flower either. So it's a good thing it's known as an annual, and it usually doesn't come back the second year with the yellow flower. But I did add, I think, a little yellow bracelet just to give it that little hint of yellow, because its flower that it does sometimes get is yellow. But for the most part, I stuck with more silver, whites, grays, those sort of colors, and I went through the hairs, and there was a few hairs that I sort of did like, but I was like, you know, some of them I really liked, or some that I tend to lean towards a lot anyway. And the one I did pick, the one I'm pretty sure I picked anyway, I still lean towards a lot, but I didn't lean towards it as much as some of the other ones. So that was ultimately part of my decision making, was to try to branch out somewhat. Like I've stated several times with my flower sims, I try to try different things with them. So but I do give this hair, plus I just really like this hair on him. Like, I like it a lot. But I do give him earrings. I can't remember if I experimented with any makeup on him. I don't think I did, because sometimes I'll put, oh no, I did. I put the little highlighter, but I wasn't necessarily acting like it was a highlighter. I'm just acting like almost that's just his natural face glow, because, you know, he's supposed to be silverish white touches on him. I did for like trying to get something that was like a really, really white or a silver that I thought looked good on him, 2 made sense with the type of flower, was a little bit of a struggle, and I was definitely trying different types of things and sort of looking at the picture of the plant itself like, maybe I think I do actually decide to stick with a long sleeve shirt, just because a lot of my longer sleeve shirts had more options in the color schemes that I wanted. So, and I think this is the shirt that I ultimately decided to pick because the Silver Dust Dusty Miller actually, to some degree, has a blue, light blue tint to it. So I was trying to add just a little bit of that light blue. Plus, I thought it added at least some color versus sticking with all whites and grays and silver and stuff, but it still had the white on it. But I do go through and try some other things that just none of it had the white, like light blues and stuff that I wanted it to. But yeah, so I do stick with this one. And I don't think I take very long to decide the pants at all because I was like, yeah, these look like nice blue jeans, but they've been like frosted over basically. Was my design thought behind that. And I didn't give him any tattoos or anything. He's pretty, doesn't have a lot going on in certain ways compared to some of the others, but I do like how he turned out, especially since, you know, it's a guy sim and he's based off of a plant, and I was like, yeah. But anyway, I hope you do like how he turned out. I am quite fond of how he turned out. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and like the video if you did like it, and don't forget to share it so that other people may enjoy it as well. Oh, I go back and I change something, or I tried to change something, apparently. I didn't remember going back and trying to change something, but anyway. Oh, this is where I was like, wait, I gotta add a little bit of yellow. Why was I thinking it was a yellow bracelet? Anyway, make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and also hit that lovely, what, I already told you to hit the like button, but you know what? I'm making sure you're gonna hit that like button. And anyway, all of my Sims 4 playlists will be down in the description below, as well as my social medias. Couldn't think of it. Twitter is definitely the big one to go check out of all of them, so I highly suggest go following me on there if you're not already. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!